Greetings, fellow Mississippi Musicians Day Committee members. This is McAfee, and I am going to propose something to you, a distribution mechanism or method for dispersing the 2015 Mississippi Musicians Day program. Now, last year we had a concert, as you can see here, and it was amazing. It is my understanding that we have unanimously decided that we won't do a concert this year. We will instead take those resources and create a program about Mississippi Musicians Day, hire or contract with several Mississippi musical ambassadors, distribute them to different events across the state, and get more bang for the buck. Now, I am not here to suggest what should go into that particular program. I am only here to talk about how we distribute that program in the most economic, technologically friendly, efficient way. So, I believe the first step is that we should have a Mississippi Musicians Day app. Now, this app is certainly the wave of the future in terms of how people communicate. The ability to build a social network where people can communicate with each other is something that we'd be hard pressed to not do. And I found a reasonably priced app at $1,200 per year is automatically renewable unless you discontinue that service, designed by a local company, BFAC. As you can see, all their apps look very, very clean and pristine. They look very, very professional. And because this company works with a lot of national companies, the look of it is on par with anything anywhere else. So it gives you a sleek, streamlined app, and I want to show you exactly how this app can be used to not only spread the word about what we're doing Mississippi Musicians Day, but allow us to quantify how many people are actually being affected by the program so that we can monitor the success of it. So I want to give you a practical application and walkthrough of how an app like this would work. Say we take a artist. We just say that his name is Katie Brozier, one of the guys who certainly brought this Mississippi Musicians Day about. Katie is an official music ambassador for the state. Say we're going to dispatch KD to Marty Gamlin's event. The first thing KD does is gets on the stage and introduces himself. Asks everybody that has a smartphone to take out their smartphone. Direct them to the Google Play Store or Apple Store to download the Mississippi Musicians Day app. He is then going to instruct them that they are going to register when they download it for a free giveaway. Now, everybody loves free giveaways, so this is going to be like a raffle for a door prize, and the winner will be announced before the end of either his set or the end of that particular event. Now, if Katie were to do a raffle door prize interactive thing the old-fashioned way, he'd have to have an accompanist, a person to come with him to actually pass out the tickets, and then they put them in the thing and they check them around and pull them out and see who the winner was. But in this instance, he can do this seamlessly with just an app in his hand. So in essence, the free giveaway will be handled through the app. This not only increases interactivity between your audience and engages them immediately, it allows you to know for sure that you are going to get a certain amount of people per event that are going to download this app. Now, people will do it because they want to win the free prize. The free prize can be something as simple as a CD from the presenter and performing ambassador, a t-shirt, or a $20 gift card for gas. Anything, it doesn't really matter. I think people just like free giveaways. So, also, while Katie is talking to the crowd, he can scroll through the app and walk them through the app and maybe reference something in his speech that they have to look at on the app, so they're constantly engaged. So the show ends, everybody's happy, or Katie goes to a school and the kids download the app, and everybody understands how, when they leave the event, how they can access the app and learn more on their own. So now, just having a cell phone app does not make you use a cell phone app. We have smartphones. How many of those recorders or notepads do we ever actually open? So how do we turn this app into something that is user-friendly and interactive and makes people want to look at it more often than not? Then we come up with a small little game that's a bi-weekly announcement to your phone with some musicians trivia that asks certain questions about either famous people from Mississippi or just musicians specifically. And it can be user point driven so that people have something to shoot for. They can compete with their highest score, their last highest score, or they can compete with another user and then hopefully form some kind of social community where this becomes a cool thing, particularly for children. If you look at Angry Birds or Facebook has become an addictive medium where people go to it almost daily to interact with their online community. And that is what this can set the stage for. Okay, so we're going to scroll down a little further, and just like Nike or any other large corporation that advertises and does endorsements with celebrities, we should also use a tier of ambassador that gives us more bang for the buck. And for this example, I'll use a young group called Hannalina. They are two sisters from Starkville, Mississippi. They are a country music duo, and they have a song called Mrs. Kiss Me in Mississippi. Okay, so that group they won the Colgate Country Challenge Best New Act in 2008, and I think that there were thousands of people that they beat out. So I think that Hannalina is about to sign, and I think we want to work with people who are at a certain level so that you get them before they get to the national level and therefore become pretty much unattainable, untouchable, too expensive for us to use. And if we support them at this level, then they will be more likely to have loyalty to come back to Mississippi as they grow their careers and even stay in Mississippi, have their home and pay taxes, and go to work abroad like Morgan Freeman. The two sisters also just wrote a cookbook recently, and here's a Clarion Ledger article focused on them. So I believe that we should employ these type of artists because they are great artists to give you more bangs for the buck. So we go back to our original list and we talk about the types of other things that having this app can set you up for. Now, the ability to use one of our existing partners, which is the Mississippi Musicians Hall of Fame, which is why I suggested that we partner with them, is because a great part of this endeavor is to enlighten younger people about the rich history of Mississippi and engage them to not only be aware of it, but to ascribe or set a goal to become as legendary as the people they read about, to be in the Hall of Fame and the whole nine. So ironically and amazingly, the Mississippi Musicians Hall of Fame has a amended curriculum that's been added and accepted by the Mississippi Department of Education, where students and anyone can download for free the Mississippi, the Birthplace of America's Music documentary. So we see we have access to the Department of Justice here. So it's probably reasonable to assume that if we come up with an amended portion specifically for Mississippi musicians that we want to add to something like this, then at least the stage has been set. So then it gets us to the education portion, which also allows us to involve other organizations like the Grammys Music Cares and Playing for Change. All of them have education programs that makes it a lot easier to tie into once we have this app and the education portal. So this education portal that I speak of right here is simply just a link to this download page so that you can download the Birthplace of America's Music DVD and then you can view it, and then that can, spread that knowledge in that direction. Now, there is a relationship I've been working on for a while. It's called Playground Sessions. It is a music software program that teaches children how to play the piano without the aid of a teacher, independently via technology. And that is a Quincy Jones company. And my contact with this company is Darren Majeski. And here is something that he said in 2011 regarding that program. Your proposal sounds interesting. Can you give us an idea of what we would need to do in order to implement the pilot program? We could provide playground sessions to the school district at a significant discount. However, we cannot provide it at no cost, as we still have to pay the songwriters and publishers that are such an integral part of our learning process. The school district would also need to have access to computers as well as a USB and MIDI keyboard. Now, what this is a desire to, at a certain point, this is a next phase, to implement a pilot program that teaches these children to play the piano independently by taking two 25 student classrooms, providing them with the computers, the software, for a year, and to monitor their work. If it turns out that they are efficient and effective in teaching themselves the piano, then we can expand that district-wide and statewide maybe in the future. But this app begins to set the stage for that, because we can have measurables that allow us to test and see how many people we can grow on this app network. Another thing, because it's already on this brainstorming thing and I should explain it, is my relationship with a antenna manufacturing corporation. It is a next generation disruptive technology HF trunking antenna that can transmit wireless internet up to 800 miles on 2 antennas. That may be the answer to the lack of wireless broadband internet at reasonable rates, which could be a barrier to some of these students in participating in this playground sessions program. One of my partners, and this will be one of the final things that I show you, is Benjamin Wright, a legendary string arranger, and I'll show you the magnitude of what he does here. So these things are not just things I'm making up. I have existing partners in place that we can bring on board to make this a really, really wonderful endeavor that we're undertaking. I want you to see Benjamin Wright. He is performing as a string orchestrator with Gladys Knight at a 2005 Nobel Peace Prize award ceremony. You're going to hear her say Benjamin Wright in a moment. That is him taking the chair to her. So that is his orchestration, his arrangement. These are the types of partners who are from Mississippi, who have a vested interest and are just waiting for something like this to be put in place, effectively, and we can engage them at any time. So these are my ideas. Hopefully they're not too many, because they are broken down in first, second, and third phases. I don't expect them all to be done at once. We do the app first, with the music trivia as a part of it, and that would probably be the first phase of it, and the other two things would come in subsequent phases. So anyway, thank you for your time. I'll talk with you all soon. See you soon.